In today's social studies lesson, we'll be talking about the benefits of regional integration. Regional integration offers many potential benefits to Caribbean citizens, businesses, and to countries. The full benefits of regional integration can only be realized when there is full cooperation among all the member states. Is there a true cosmopolitan ethics within the Caribbean? Are all members of regional integration benefiting equally as stipulated by CARICOM? Regional integration is intended to bring many benefits to the Caribbean. It is intended to bring benefits to citizens, to businesses, and to countries, as alluded earlier. What are the benefits of regional integration to citizens? Number 1, increased employment opportunities. The categories of skilled people who are allowed to migrate and live as well as work in any member state without a work permit will benefit from increased employment opportunities in the countries where their skills are in demand. In some cases, these people may be moving to a country with a higher standard of living and higher rates of pay. Number 2, free movement of capital. Citizens will be able to transfer money to any member state without having to obtain permission. The freedom to move their capital to any part of the region will allow citizens to take advantage of investment opportunities in any member state of their choice. Number 3, consumer benefits. Consumers are expected to have access to a greater output, variety, and better quality of regionally produced goods and services. This will come about as a result of free trade, the increased number of regional businesses, and the increased competition among them. Number 4, unrestricted travel. Travel in the region is expected to become much easier for CARICOM citizens. Unrestricted travel means that CARICOM citizens should be able to travel to and within any member state without any hindrances. This will result from the use of CARICOM passports, which will make it easier to identify CARICOM citizens. Number 5, sense of community. Regional integration is intended to develop a greater sense of community among CARICOM citizens. In times of natural or any other disasters, CARICOM citizens can therefore look forward to receiving relief from their regional neighbors. Number 6, access to common services. The provision of common services through the sharing of costs by CARICOM governments will enable citizens to benefit from some important services which their respective governments may not have been able to provide alone. What are the benefits of regional integration to businesses? Regional integration gives CARICOM businesses the following advantages. They include, number 1, access to a larger regional market. Regional integration has given Caribbean businesses access to a larger regional market for their goods as a result of the removal of the barriers to intra-regional trade and the pooling of national markets. Number 2, access to the resources of other member states. Caribbean producers now have access to the resources of other member states. The revised Treaty of Chaguaramas, which allows for the free movement of capital within the region, enables Caribbean producers to raise capital from a wider regional market for starting up or for expanding their businesses. They can also access a greater pool of skilled labor, as skilled labor is also allowed to move freely to areas in the region where it is needed. Number 3, protection by the Common External Tariff, CET. So CET stands for Common External Tariff. The imposition of CARICOM's CET serves to make foreign imports more expensive. This is to some extent gives Caribbean producers who would have a difficulty matching the foreign producers' lower prices a chance to compete with them in the regional market. Number 5. We already spoke about the protection by the Common External Tariff. That's number 3. So now we're at number 4, which is the right of establishment. Right of establishment. Caribbean business people can move their existing business to or establish a new business in any member state and enjoy the same privileges as any national producer. The right of establishment will enable Caribbean business people to open businesses in those countries which offer the most potential for success and the highest profits. This may include the availability of the skills required, a more developed infrastructure, the availability of raw materials, and lower cost of operating the business. Now let us look at the benefits of regional integration to Caribbean countries. Caribbean countries have many challenges which are difficult for them to deal with individually. Caribbean countries have limited financial resources. The cost of governing Caribbean countries is high. It has been difficult for some countries to improve the welfare of their citizens separately. Regional cooperation is expected to benefit Caribbean countries in several ways. They include, number 1, reduced cost of government. Functional cooperation has enabled Caribbean countries, both in the OECS and CARICOM, to provide several important services which they would not have been able to provide individually. And as alluded to in previous lessons, OECS stands for Organization of Eastern Caribbean States. For example, the OECS has a common appeal court and a central bank. Sharing the costs of providing these services has helped them to reduce the cost of governing their respective countries. So that is one fundamental importance or one fundamental benefit of regional integration to Caribbean countries. Number 2, increased trade. Caribbean countries have experienced an increase in trade with their regional partners as a result of the removal of the barriers to intra-regional trade. This increase in intra-regional trade has helped to reduce unemployment and poverty and improve the welfare of citizens. It has also helped countries to become more efficient and sell more goods in the international markets. Number 3, closer knitted region. Regional integration has helped to create a closer knit region. This has resulted from an increase in mutual dependence among CARICOM countries and from the concern and support shown for each other, particularly during times of natural disasters. Finally, there's an increase in bargaining power. Regional integration has enabled CARICOM countries to increase their bargaining power to negotiate with non-CARICOM countries. The CARICOM Office of Trade Negotiations was established to handle all of CARICOM's external trade negotiations. The Economic Partnership Agreement with the European Union was negotiated by this organization. CARICOM countries have sometimes been able to gain greater respect from international organizations because they often speak with one voice as a result of pursuing common trade and foreign policies. I sincerely hope that this lesson was beneficial to you as we continue our journey in learning about regional integration. Have a wonderful, wonderful academic experience.